Hi everyone, this is Yolanda. My presentation today mainly focuses on the major design of our e-gate and will explain how the site changes during the time. Firstly, according to the previous research, the problem of the e-gate can be related to the ecology and human-based problem, detailing as the contamination on the site because of the industrial use and disconnection of the species and human accessibility problem. Based on that, my proposal is showing respect to local historic wetland, restore the biodiversity by building corridors to connect with surroundings, make human and non-human close to each other but without direct contact, providing another form for experiencing dynamic ecology and coexist. And then this is my plan. I keep the upper half of the e-gate still as industrial area and redesign the rest of the part for wetland renaissance and combined with modern park. The form generation show the steps. I divided the site according to the existing pattern and offset the boundary to form various regions and speculate the severity of the site and using strategic contaminated soil placement to dig and fill the site. And then the paths formed and the scenery experience located. Since the site connects Dockland to the south and the Flagstaff Garden in the city, as can be seen, there are small patches on the corridor, which is acting as the stepping stone for species movement. And the left-hand side exploring diagram shows the planting strategy and the programs on the site. Then I speculate the habitats over time, and it's divided into three phases. Phase 1 is for soil remediation that peeled up with hills using phytoremediation to conduct, and I listed the type of the plants for doing that below. Then the digging part with cleaner soil begin to seed, and as long as the contamination was cleaned up, the healthier hills participated in the seeding process. And with sprouting for few years, the ecology of the site finally reaches mature stage. Therefore, I will show my site to people stage by stage and let them witness the development of the site. The right side is the morphology evaluation of the terrain based on time. In conclusion, the rainwater runoff will slow the slope of the land during the time. For the digging area, the separate ponds will be joined. For the hills, the easing of the slope makes planting with more possibilities. Following is my sensory design. Based on non-touching, it shows how people interact with species and vegetation with auditory, visual, and smell. And I think it provides a good opportunity that the disabled people can also experience in the site. The first stage, auditory part, will be open because they are located at the digging out part and also be the central part of the e-gate, which is quiet. And the main factors that affect the auditory are the species diversity, distribution of the plants, and the height of the corridor. So the first thing is at the wetland, people walking on the splitting up corridor to listen the sound of the species. The sectional perspective shows the type of species that people hear about. The species with plants form a food chain that the whole site developed harmoniously. And the right-hand side one shows the view 30 years later that the separated ponds connected and the ecosystem is more mature. The next thing is also the auditory part, but provided with another experience. Surrounded by dense forests, the overall environment is relatively quiet. People can listen to various birds. The next stage is visual experiences, mainly affected by color, visual range, and the height people are. So I focused on seasonal change and spiral loop to change the height of the people. And sorry about haven't done the smell part and the perspectives yet, and I will refine them later. So in conclusion, plants attract animals and animals attract more plants, and the cycle continues. I hope such connection may not limited by the surrounding area, but in the future may connecting border.